What if I told you that Satoru Gojo's real curse isn't limitless? It's actually loneliness. For someone who's been born to be at the top, literally there's nowhere else to climb. Once you get to the top of the pinnacle for as a sorcerer, there's nothing else to challenge you. And this is one of the saddest things. No reason to feel like human anymore. Today, we're going to uncover the true tragedy of the world's strongest sorcerer. Gojo's entire philosophy is shaped by awareness. He sees the world completely different with his own eyes, literally and philosophically. His sixth eyes let him experience everything at its full clarity, from every emotion, every ounce of tension, and every intention, every anomaly. He actually feels it, and that's just so bad. It's like feeling overstimulated. I don't know about you, but when I'm overstimulated, I want to shut off. And at some point, there's no off switch when it comes to Gojo. This almost makes him feel a little bit more like an alien rather than a human, because nobody can interpret or actually understand how he feels. And that's literally what makes him disconnected from normal people. Power didn't isolate Gojo. Understanding did. Even amongst other sorcerers, Gojo is literally an outlier from like everything. Everyone sees him, whether or not you see him as a weapon, whether or not you see him as a symbol, or whether or not you see him as a walking nuclear, because that is the perception of how people view Gojo. And it clearly shows every now and then, from the higher-ups to his students. Everybody see him in a different light rather than seeing him as a human. One of the crazy things when I always look at or interpret Gojo is the fact that we see him always carefree, jokingly, and everything. This is because humor is literally the only thing that lets him pretend to be normal. For every human, humor can sometimes be also a mechanism, a safeguard to make people feel safe and comfortable around you. For Gojo, for someone to be so powerful, so charismatic, at the same time, he has to bring in humor. That way, he's more likable, more approachable. If he instead put on a shield, just like how his Limitless is, no one would be able to approach him or be approachable anymore, and he will not be seen as a normal human. With Gojo having so much power, Gojo can literally stop everything. But the only thing that Gojo can't stop is his loneliness. And being so strong, it comes with its own curse, because the world literally dumped all of the expectation on him once Gojo became the world's strongest sorcerer. From literally saving the students and to saving his own clan, saving the other sorcerers, and literally to save everything. Even his friends rely on him so much more that they don't realize how much they're dependent on Gojo. When everyone depends on you, your failure, it's 10 times harder. One of the great things I love about Gojo is because Gojo believes one thing: the next generation will surpass him. It's a hope for him to understand that, but it's also a fear, because the fear in itself, if no one can surpass him, he has to bear all the weights by himself. And Gojo doesn't want to be the strongest. He wants to be replaced at some point. And that's what's tragic about it, because there's hopes for the future. At the same time, understanding if no one can do that, I have to be around long enough to hold down the fort until somebody can surpass me. So next time when someone called Gojo invincible, remember this: strength isn't his blessing, it's his prison. The strongest sorcerer in the whole world is also the loneliest person